different skirmishes going on, and one drawing a flag. And what has been a pretty clean game, just one penalty accepted. It was on Kansas City, and it may have been a mistake by the Lions because it gave the Chiefs a chance to extend the drive to take the lead.
It's kind of no big deal if it's on the Lions, a huge deal if it's on Kansas City.
There are 2 fouls on the play, one by each team. Personal foul, offense number 58. Personal foul, defense number 32. Those fouls will offset. 3rd down.
Panay Sewell and Nick Bolton. And so it'll be 3rd down.
Right here, Sewell. These are the 2 guys going at it right there.
Down, get in your face. John Hussey is the one who came in there to try to stop it. And then there was another skirmish back behind the play as well. So 3rd and 10 for Detroit.
Got to be careful for the Jarius Sneed coming off the slot right here.
Now the folks to Goff's right.
Cool Pig Podcast, where we're talking about everything Arkansas Razorback football and basketball every Monday and Friday. I need to stop saying that because it's Thursday. But anyway, we here kicking it with y'all. Hey, I'm your host, OD. And you know who I got in the building.
You got your boy, G Holmes, in the building.
What'd you start for?
Because I wanted to see. It's your boy, Big Sexy, man. How y'all doing?
We good. Y'all on the CP time today, man.
Hey, man.
Hey, but we back.
It's wild out here.
We back for another episode, man. I hate that we missed last week, man. I was out of town. You was out of town, so we just didn't have a time to connect and talk about these Hogs, man. But we here tonight to talk about these Hogs. As fans, we ain't trying to be coaches. We ain't trying to be analysts. We talking about the Hogs from a fan perspective at the barbershop, baby. That's what we doing.
Absolutely.
Hey, shout out to everybody that's in the comments, man, that coming to kick it with us, man. These some true Hog fans. They don't care about the NFL. I appreciate y'all.
Oh, man. Yeah, that's what's up, man. I got the game on, though. You know,
man.
You know how we do.
Hey, the Busters and the Chiefs and the Lions.
Oh, yeah.
Hey,
Bro,
it was a
boy
good game.
Just threw a pick.
Yeah, I was watching a little bit of it, checking it out. So, you know, it is what it is. But man, it feel like we've been waiting for football for a long time, man, with these Razorbacks, man. Finally, we got them Hogs on the field, man.
Man, what you think about the product, bro?
Hey, it was okay, man. I feel like they got some things that they got to work on, of course, but it's the first game of the season, man. But yeah, I feel like they got some things that they got to work on. But I think they'll be okay for the most part. Yeah.
Yeah, I think so too, man. I mean, you got to work some of the kinks out. I mean, I expected that. You know what I'm saying? But overall, I mean, I give us a B minus. That's what I'm feeling, B minus.
Well, I guess we can start. You know, look at KJ. Man, KJ played a good game, man. He did. He was consistent. He was completing passes. Hey, I like what KJ was doing out there. He missed some throws, but he didn't miss too many throws. I built an overlay for 3 people, but I had one that showed. Yeah, let me get that joint right there. Since this is a little weird, because what's the name not here, and I can't get rid of that. But anyway, so completion percentage was 78.3%. Pass yards 246. He had 3 TDs throwing, 11 yards rushing, 1 TD rushing. So he had 4 touchdowns yesterday. Yep. So man, KJ, he did his thing. Almost 80% completion ratio. Bro.
No turnovers.
None.
You know what I'm saying? Except for the little fumble, but you know what I'm saying? Hey, it happens. He didn't throw no pick. You know what I'm saying? He wasn't trying to force anything. So I don't got nothing. I really don't have anything bad to say, you know, about him. Hey man, that's just.
Yeah, KJ definitely he did his thing, man. He did his thing.
Absolutely.
I can nitpick him. Say he left. He short on one throw. He left one guy wide. Those are the 2 plays that I remember. But I'm just nitpicking, man. KJ did his thing. He did his thing, man. And hey, I'm cool with KJ, man. KJ showed promise, man. So yeah, I don't think nobody got anything bad to say about KJ. Somebody, Tonka Ty got to get the first. Yeah, Tonka Ty first comment. I mean, I know it's a lot, but we got to get love to Tonka. KJ was out there doing his thing. Absolutely, 100%.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's a fact.
Yeah. So
that is a fact.
Now, it's a part of the offensive side of the football that wasn't doing their thing though. Ooh, that Russian attack was terrible. And I understand what people gonna say. Oh, well, it's the offensive line. Oh, but it's the first game of the season, bro. It's Western freaking Carolina, man.
They should have been running up and down the backs.
Man, if you can't push Western Carolina, you think you're gonna push A&M? You think you're gonna push LSU? You think you're gonna push Bama? If you can't push Western Carolina, bro, it's a problem. And I understand we were missing one of the offensive line. Brady Latham didn't play, but he's just one guy. Who else can get us? Yeah. Who else can push the line? Because they was getting no yards running that ball. Man.
Yeah, them boys. I mean, they came to play. I mean, they came to play, and I was just like, I was expecting a little bit more from the, you know what I'm saying, from the running backs, but hey, collectively they only had 105 yards. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's not good against that team.
Yeah.
I don't think.
105 yards rushing on 36 rushes, 2.9. Bro, that's terrible. Your longest run was by your quarterback for 17 yards.
Oh my God, that rat!
Yeah,
bro, that's crazy. That's crazy that your running back had the best run of the game. So hey, they got to improve that, man. They got to improve, and we got 5 running backs.
And I think they will. Well, and that's another thing too. Next week, somebody else gonna get the chance to eat too. With Kate, with
we ain't got
Rocket being hurt.
We ain't got that yet. We gonna talk about that in the segment. Everybody know, but let's stay on task. Let's stay on task. We got that in another segment.
This guy.
But but absolutely, man. Everybody gonna get a chance to eat. We got 5 running backs, man.
Yeah.
So we should be able to run the ball much better than that. But we said way before the season started, we was calling it, the offensive line is suspect. We have been saying that. We have been saying that, man. So yeah.
I'm not worried. You know what I'm saying? That's something that they should be able to clean up. This next game, I'm sure they're gonna be in the lab, you know what I'm saying, watching some tape and seeing, those areas where they could have blocked better, for that run game, because them cats was getting penetration. You can say what you want to. Them cats was getting some penetration. It was, they got a few tackles for losses.
Yeah.
And I know you can't stop a team, 100% of the time from getting penetration. But it was, I saw some good, pass blocking. KJ did have enough time, but I don't know. I don't know. I'm still saying 11-1, but we're gonna have to do something.
Yeah,
they're gonna have to show me something. They're gonna have to do something better against Kent State.
Yeah, but Kent State, boy, we gonna get on them boys. If they don't employ the mercy rule on Kent State, man, I'm gonna be upset. Man, let's look at a couple of these comments, man. Justin Williams, the running game ain't nothing to worry about. Coaches told the backs to go 50%. Don't go too hard because we don't want to have no worries. Hey, they didn't help us out because we got short one running back. So I don't know, Justin. They should have. I feel like you play 100% every single time, but you run the risk of getting hurt when you don't go 100%. When you out there lollygagging is when you get hurt. So. Maybe I ain't listening to the coach when it comes to playing hard.
Exactly.
What you think about the defense, man? The defensive side of the ball. How they look to you?
Defensively, the D line. They were okay. The defensive line was okay. They did get some hurries. They had a few tackles for loss, but maybe it's just me. Maybe my expectation is high. I feel like they should have been in their back pockets. If you have two edge rushers that are um, potential draft picks, I need to see more from that position. I understand this is first game, but I need to see something else. I mean, mm, that's how I feel about it. And I don't want to go. I'm trying not to roast because you know what I'm saying. That's I'm really trying not to roast them. But if we have not improved significantly in those areas against Kent State, it's barbecue chicken.
Yeah, I don't think I understand. I'm with you on what you're saying. They need to show real improvement with Kent State because Kent State is absolute dumpster juice right now because they in between coaches. Well, they in a transition year, so they lost a whole ton of their players. Man, I was listening to Pittman today. It was Wednesday's press conference, but he was talking about their offensive line, and they have 5 new offensive linemen. So one thing about the defensive line that I thought we would be doing much better, we got no pressure just from rushing 4 dudes. I was like, he's sitting back there, making hot dogs, and he back there barbecuing. He kicking, he camping back there. We got really no pressure on him, man.
Exactly. And that's what I'm saying. I think Travis Williams is, I think he's a great defensive coordinator. But you know me, man. I like to see what that blitz package looking like. You know what I'm saying? I need to see. I need to see that. I need to see them safeties dropping down in the box and just causing some disruption. So that's what I need to see. Shout out Ken Ray on Facebook.
Yeah, I agree with what he just said too. If we can't run on Kent State after they just gave up 300 yards to UCF, hey, we got a problem. Yeah, we got a problem.
Houston, we have. Hey Ken, make sure you share the live stream, brother, on Facebook, man. We appreciate you watching. You and Justin Williams.
Yeah, absolutely. So who's the standout player for you, man, in the game?
Dude, number one, I'm gonna get some flowers to our boy, man. I'm gonna get some flowers to Hudson Clark, bro. Even though he only had 2 tackles, but dude had an INT in zone coverage. Trust me, he got burnt. He got put on a rotisserie when he had to drop in man. Did you see that?
I saw he made a play on the ball, but he didn't give up the touchdown, but he almost did. He almost did.
Barbecue chicken. Yeah. That man coverage coach don't do it to him.
Hey man, we've been
put him in zone.
We've been saying it 5 months, man. That dude cannot play man to man. He gonna get burnt every single time.
But he did get the INT in zone coverage. He dropped back, got a nice INT. So shout out to Hudson Clark, man. I'm gonna give it to him when he get it.
Yeah.
I liked him. Luke Haas. I like what he does, man. I like his game. He had 2 catches for 19 yards, but they were great catches. Those catches that he did have. The other standout for me was Andrew Armstrong. The dude had 5 catches, man, 78 yards and a touchdown. I like him. We got some receivers, man. Them cats was running some good routes too. That's what I was paying attention to is, the routes that they were running, how clean they were. KJ has, he had some options, with these guys, man. And I like that. So he was able to work through those progressions and really pick who he wanted to throw it to. So I'm all in. But those are the people that I like on the offensive side of the ball, man, that I was really, excited to see. Oh, and don't forget about your boy Tesla. Let's don't forget about Tesla.
So you got a lot of standouts, man, and I agree with you. I agree with you on all of them, but on offense, the standout for me, man, it was KJ. I'm gonna get K. I mean, I know KJ did what we expected him to do, but to have almost an 80% completion rate, man, that's nice. If he can do that, man, we gonna win a lot of games just off his arm alone. So that on offense, KJ to stand out for me. I like what we got in those receivers. Those receivers was catching that ball. That freshman who caught the touchdown pass from Jacoby, that boy got some bounce. He got bunnies, bro. That dude, hey, watch out for him. I can't remember his name, but that boy gonna be nice. He gonna be nice, man.
Is that the Jaden Wilson? Is it Jaden Wilson?
Nah, Jaden Wilson started. He the one who got the little bubble screen. Yeah, Dozier. Dozier is his name.
I think that's
that boy gonna be nice, bro. He gonna be nice. So I'm looking forward to that, to seeing what we got in that guy over the next couple of years. But the man, the one guy who really stood out to me, man, was the transfer from Cincinnati, man, Jaheim Thomas, man. Dude had 8 tackles, 1.5 tackles for loss. Dude was all over the field. Dude was balling on that defensive side of the ball. Especially, you know, he didn't have Greer out there. He didn't have. I mean, he had Paul out there for a little bit. He was banged up, so he didn't start. Then he got kicked out the game. So Jaheim Thomas held it down.
Call.
And
that was a bogus call.
And if somebody had did that to KJ, you wouldn't say it was bogus. That was legit. That was legit.
He wasn't trying to. He wasn't trying to.
Hey, man.
He just didn't pull up. Hopefully they don't kick him out. What has got to be? He got to sit out the next game or like a half or something like that.
Yeah, he won't be able to come back for the second half. Second half.
Yeah.
Man.
Oh man, so, but I think that's bogus. But yeah, I think the defense. I mean, bro, the secondary. What you think about the secondary?
Secondary look nice.
They look nice.
Yeah,
it was really nobody. You know, nobody was really getting burned. You know what I'm saying? They was in the plays. You know, and everybody's always gonna say, "Well, they're playing a Division II school." Hey man, 4-3 is 4-3. 4-4 is 4-4. I don't care where you go. So it don't matter just because he may not have had the books. The boy smart. I mean, the boy fast. So I'm with that, man. I like the secondary, and man, anything was better than last year, and I wouldn't mind, you know, being on the island with some of these cats, man. You know what I'm saying? Leave them out there by themselves and let's go. Throw at them. You know what I mean?
Yeah, absolutely, man. Absolutely. So yeah, I mean, I'm looking forward to it. Jake Johnson said he'll be at the game this weekend. Okay, that's what's up.
That's what's up, man.
Yeah,
I ain't gonna be able to go, Jake. I had every intention of being there, but I got to do some work for my dad this weekend. So it's gonna be hard pressed that I'm gonna be able to watch this one, man. I'm gonna be outside on the tractor. I ain't lying.
Hey, man. Well, hey, I hate it for you.
I know, right? We got to get some stuff done on the homestead, man. You know, but I think I'm going to BYU. I'll be up there on the hill for BYU.
All right, that's what's up.
No doubt.
Well, man, before we move on to the next segment, we got to get a word. We got to go back to old school, man. We got to get a word from our sponsor, G Homes, man.
Yo, it's your boy G Homes, aka Big Sexy. Man, we just want to appreciate show our appreciation to everybody for rocking with us. Man, we know sometimes, man, we've been missing, but man, we've got so much going on behind the scenes. You guys are going to be so excited with the things that we got going on. So do us a favor, man, like and subscribe to our channel. If you know somebody that's a Hog fan, tell them about us. Do what I do. I ask people, if you're a Hog fan, hey, do me a favor, pull out your phone and let's go to YouTube. Let me show you something that you're going to love. The Woo Pig Podcast. I show it to them, tell them what we're all about. Make sure they subscribe. Do that for us, man. And hopefully, man, by the next few games, man, we can get that to get us up to 1,000 subscribers, and it's all we off and running, man. We got some, like I said, we got some great things coming. We appreciate you, and go Hogs.
Absolutely, 100%, man. We appreciate everybody who rock with us, man, who been checking in with us, making sure, hey, where you guys at? Everything okay? We appreciate that, man. We appreciate the love. Hey, just before we thought about doing the Woo Pig podcast, man, we had planned stuff, and it just happened to fall on the first season of the Razorbacks, man. I mean, the first game of the Razorbacks, man. It's just the where you know how it goes.
I know, right?
Man, we're gonna answer this question here. Where DZ at?
Man, we gonna talk about DZ. I'm telling you, this sucker.
We gonna have to fire DZ, man.
Hey, DZ at the barbershop.
Hey, man.
Yes, he at the barbershop. The dude told us he was going to the barbershop at 4:30. Wasn't it 4:30?
Ooh, man. It was early. It was early.
It's 4:30. Then he gonna talk about that. No, he said, hey, they had a power outage at the barbershop. Any keys, sir. They had a power outage at the barbershop. I hope, man, if his hair ain't just spectacular. This women don't stay at the barbershop, the beauty shop that long. 4 hours?
Yeah. So
come on, man.
DZ's supposed to be here tonight. But you know, I guess something happened. Hey, something came up. We are, you know, it is what it is. The show must go on.
Hey, we talking slick about him too.
Yeah, he gonna watch it. Hopefully he said he texted me, told me he was on his way home. So maybe he'll tap in when he get to the crib.
I hope he do. And if his hair ain't looking nice, everybody gonna roast him.
Absolutely, 100%. Hey, but jumping into the next segment I want to talk about, and everybody already know what happened. KJ hurt, man. Not KJ. Rocket Sanders, man. He hurt. Is it a big deal, bro?
Do
you think it's a big deal?
No, I mean, and here's why I say that. They didn't say it was anything that was just, you know, catastrophic. So he had some swelling on the knee, something that happened during the game. He may have took a hit on the knee, and he's got some soreness and swelling. That's what happens. I mean, that's part of it. If you get a helmet, you know, put on your knee, you know, it's gonna have, you know, you're gonna have some swelling. It's gonna be some discomfort. So I say rest him. We don't need him for the next couple of weeks. You know what I'm saying? It's more about him being healthy as we go down that gauntlet, that 4-game gauntlet, than trying to get his numbers. I'm fine with him not getting 1,000 yards. And if he doesn't get those 1,000 yards, hey man, don't worry about that. We trying to get dubs. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, that is what we are looking for. He had 42 yards off 15 carries. That's 2.8 yards per carry with 2 touchdowns in the game, and he got hurt. So, you know, for me, I don't really think it's that significant because we have a stable full of racehorses, man, that are just chomping at the bit to you know, to be able to get touches. And everyone has to have that next man up mentality. I don't want to see my front man hurt. But hey, guess what? I got your back, man. You get healthy, I'm gonna hold it down while you know what I'm saying, while you're getting your treatment. Period.
Yeah. I agree, man. We got a whole ton of backs, man. But the real question is, who should start? I ain't gonna lie. I like Green in that role of coming in to catch passes, to be that change of pace back. I don't know if I like him as a starter.
You know? You like DeBinion?
I like DeBinion or Johnson as a starter. I ain't even gonna hold you.
Really?
Yeah, I like Green. You know that he one of my favorite backs. I know he probably deserves to start, and because I haven't seen him in that starting role, I don't know if he got the chops to be the starter. But man, I don't know. I'm looking forward to know who's gonna start in that game, man. I haven't seen any of. Go ahead.
I think it'll be DeBinion. I mean, for me, I think it'll be. I mean, I would prefer Dominion as the taking that starter role because I think his style is more of a first down back style. You know what I'm saying? The hit the hole type of back. Um, but I mean, you really can't go wrong, man. That's like pick your bullet. I
Yeah.
mean, any one of those cats, can come, and give you, some electricity. I mean, I don't know. I don't see there's no fall off. If that's what you want to know, I don't feel like there's any fall off.
Yeah. Man, it won't be any fall off, man, but Ken Ray said let the freshman start. He only got 2 more games after this one before he's before they redshirt him. That's true.
Facts. That's true.
That's
See what he
true.
got.
I wouldn't mind seeing him out there doing his thing. But man, them boys gonna want to eat, man. I just think
They are.
I think they should use Kent State as practice. I ain't gonna lie. Just go out there and practice on these guys. Don't try to run up the. I mean, don't try to run up the score on this. You know what you can do. If you run up the score, the game gonna be over quick because they're gonna be like, man, it's over. Just the mercy rule. So just act like it's practice. Act like it's practice, but play hard.
Hey man, hold on though. We ain't calling no dogs off. What you mean?
Man, hey, them boys need some. They need live reps.
Hey man, we not calling off no dogs.
Hey, man.
What you mean? Hey, because guess what? This is what I feel about that. It ain't my fault. You know what I'm saying? It ain't my fault that we have a better team than us. We're gonna pay you to take this whooping. They paying them 1.6 million, I think 1.65, I think, or something like that. You're gonna take this whooping, and if it's 80-0, you're gonna take it and cash the check in the morning. That's it. I don't get that, man. We're not calling no dogs off because guess what? I want my second string guys to get real live touches. I want my third. If I put my third team in, I don't want them playing against a team that's already laid down.
I feel you, but that's what's gonna happen, man.
Bro, I paid you to come up here and take this. I paid you.
I understand, but it's still sportsmanship.
Man.
It's still sportsmanship. Bro. And you know, we said this before. What kind of coach we got? A nice guy. We got a nice guy, bro.
And what did I always say? Nice guys will keep jobs. I need you to go out there and beat the brakes off somebody and let everybody eat.
Yeah.
I ain't never, bro, as many times as we done play basketball, when do we call off the dogs if I'm winning?
Oh my God, bro. Hey, man.
Oh, snap.
We see why you was late, bro. Well, you done cut the break.
Okay. Hey, man.
You got the dreads cut off?
Come on now. The bad little brother is bad. I'm badder. I'm way better.
What?
Oh, my God, bro. This dude here.
This dude just cut his dreads off? Oh, my goodness.
Yeah.
Hey, you such a nice looking young man.
Appreciate it. Hey, y'all, you see it here first, man. Fresh out the barber chair. Hey, I had a power outage. It was y'all hear about the storm that hit West Little Rock?
Man, that was yesterday.
Yeah, my barbershop is right there. We lost power as soon as he cut my dreads off. It was like a sign from God or something. It was crazy. It's wild.
Oh,
yeah, man. I'm here though. God. We here.
That's what's
we
up,
are
bro.
here.
Hey, man. Bro, I was just talking slick about you too. I'm gonna tell you the truth. I
was watching it on the way home. I heard you, man. I deserved it. But I had a crazy day. But we back. We live. Woo Pig fam. I'm here. What's up with y'all, man?
Hey, man.
We doing it, man.
They've been saying fire Deezy, man. They said Deezy got to get fired, man.
Fire Deezy.
Yeah, man. 12 years of dreads. I had to go ahead and let it loose for the Woo Pig fam, man. I'm ready to, really get into it now. I missed the first half of the recap, but y'all hit everything on the head, so we're gonna keep it rolling.
Yeah.
That's what's up, bro.
I forgot what we was talking
Hey,
about
no, okay, DZ, this is what we talking about. So Kent State and OD talking about he want him to treat this game like practice, right? Then this fool gonna say he want him to call the dogs off. He don't want him to run the score up. That's what I said. I said, man, they paying these
Why?
cats $1.6 million to come up here and take a thrashing. They
So-
gotta get it.
So y'all looking at it from a perspective that I ain't looking at it from. I'm looking at it from a perspective of what I saw last week against Western Carolina is not good enough for them to go 11-1. They ain't going 11-1 with that offensive line, bro. They need reps.
Hey man, watch your mouth.
They not going 11-1. They gonna be 7-5 with that offensive line, and that defensive line ain't putting no pressure, dog. If you can't get to the quarterback with 4 people, you got to bring 5. You got to bring 6. Which you got your boy Hudson Clark out there on the island. Because if they blitzing, you already know Hudson Clark got to play man, and this boy's Don Coleon. I don't know what you're talking about. It's a wrap.
What you think, Deezy?
Man, I feel like, all right, let me break it down like this. I agree. On the second part, not the call the dogs off part. The dogs need more practice. That's what I see. I feel like you really got to break it down into. Let's start with the D line. All right, so I rewatched the game probably 4 or 5 times just so I can know what I'm talking about tonight. So the defensive ends did not live up to the hype. I'm sorry.
At all.
That's exactly what I said.
Yeah, Trajan Jeffcoat and Landon Jackson, the pressure was just non-existent. And this was against a team that we were supposed to be shattering. So it's definitely some room for concern. But to give y'all a little breath of fresh air, the defensive tackles did look good in the middle. They clogged that middle up. And if you actually look back, most of our pressure was coming from the middle. So the boys at Torian Carter and Keevy Rose, they definitely looked good. But the RDNs did not get any pressure. Yeah, it was bad.
They weren't turning the corner like we said. I mean, like the hype was saying that they're gonna be rushing them edges, that we supposed to have 2 premier edge rushers. They couldn't get outside or inside. They wasn't even. And as I was watching the game, it didn't really look like they was doing any kind of stunts or anything. You know what I'm saying? They were just bull rushing. And
they could have been the coach trying not to show too much. It could have. But even then, even on the basics, we should have did better than that. I mean,
that's what I'm saying. I mean, on those basic bull rush, I don't know, man. I was a little disappointed in the D line not getting penetration. And I heard I was listening to Drive Time yesterday, and Grovey got on there. Grovey said he think that the D line looked okay. And I was like, man, what game was he watching? You know what I'm saying? He saw that jump from the booth.
I mean, they started to warm up a little bit the more they played, but it still wasn't enough for what we needed.
Keevy Rose looked like he played good.
Yeah, Keevy Rose and Torian Carter had the middle looking pretty good. The size of them boys in the middle it really impressed me. But our DNs, we need more. We need a lot more. And I was watching, it was like they wasn't using no moves. It was a bull rush every time, and nothing was happening.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Well, I will give Western Carolina some I'll give them this. My understanding is that they have 3 potential NFL players on that offensive line. So it could be that the Western Carolina actually just got some good talent on the offensive line, and they did their job. Tonka Todd says there's a reason why there was no pressure. It was a scheme that kept the DNs out the backfield.
I mean, what by scheme? What do you mean?
Yeah. I want to know what you mean by that, Tonka. We want to know what you're talking about.
I imagine that every offensive line is going to have some scheme to keep those ends out of the backfield. You know what I'm saying? Don't you think?
Yeah.
I think so. I mean, that's the offensive line's job, is to have a scheme to keep the ends out of the backfield. Well, It's the defensive guy's job to be able to see those schemes and be smart enough not to, I mean, to be able to get inside, get the, get the penetration. That's just me.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely we got to, because I mean, I'll say this, like y'all was talking about earlier, the defensive backs looked amazing. Nobody was out of place once. We had multiple people around the ball. You could just tell that they truly preached fundamentals in the defensive back. So that's really what saved us. Our DBs, 4
Yeah.
turnovers? It was wild. So
Yeah.
they're going to have
That's
to
what I
give them some
said.
pressure.
Yeah. And that's like I was saying, I don't mind putting any of those guys on the island. You know what I'm saying? They really earned that right to be on an island. So, there go our
Tucker
boy
Todd in the
Tonka
building.
Todd.
Uh-oh. That's the
Tonka
man.
Todd in the building.
Tucker Todd is in the
Our
building.
man.
Little bro, if they had to cut your hair any more shorter, you'd be looking sexy like the rest of us. The rest of us sexy men up here.
Hey, give me 10 years, Tonka. Give me 10 years and I'll be Tonka Deezy.
Hey, give me 5 minutes and some clippers, and I can make you sexy too.
Hey, that's my
What's
guy
going
right
on,
there,
Tonka
man.
Todd?
What's up, meow? Hey, listen, the reason why there was, hang on, I'm having some, hang on. Okay, here I am. How you doing? So the reason why we wasn't getting much pressure with the defensive ends is because coming into the game, Arkansas was a little concerned with screens, smoke screens, bubbles, things like that. So if you watch where the defensive ends lined up, they were lined up wide, right? They were lined up outside eye of the tackles. And that was because they wanted them out there playing the flats, basically. So yeah, our defensive tackles were eating, showing up. And Rhodes is, boy, that young man showed me something. You know what I'm saying? He was living in the back. He was taking people's lunch money. You know what I mean?
Definitely.
But those defensive ends, though, they wanted them out wide because they wasn't going for the quarterback. It was their job to watch the flats. And if you watch, Landon Jackson made all of his tackles where outside in the flats.
Yep.
That one time they tried to throw that little screen out his way, what happened? He ate them up.
Yeah.
Now,
Hey, did you see when
now,
Torian Carter almost picked it off? He was right there. I seen that. Yeah.
now, we won't see that next week. Okay, this was just a week one, just because of what Western Carolina runs, kind of thing. Next week, you're going to see them do a little bit more because if you noticed in the game, every time they tried to run a twist, the DNs were lined up so wide out that the guard had time to, cook a pancake, call his mama, wash the car, and then the DN got there and he just, he shoved him out the way. So it was that's a one game aberration where we're going to see where this defense stacks up at and where we're going to see this O-line situation. Is it time to raise the red flag and tell Kennedy, have fun coaching a G5 offensive line? Is going to be the BYU game. That's going to be the game that tells the truth. Because these first two games, the first game is just about fundamentals under live fire. The second game is going to be a little bit more scheme. I think you're going to see a little bit more out of the defense as far as rushing and twists and stunts because them boys got to practice that in live fire. And that's why Kent State's coming to town to get that, as soon as they come into town, Coach Pittman's going to be like, all right, boys, go pick out your switch because that's what's finna happen, okay? Mm-hmm. BYU is dress rehearsal for LSU. And, boys, I'm scared of that LSU game right now. I ain't going to lie to you. I'm a little scared of that LSU game.
Bro, did you see them play the other night? Did you see LSU get Wally Mock?
Hey, let me tell you why LSU got Wally Mock. How many times did they go for it on fourth down when they could have kicked a field goal? How many times did they go for it on fourth down when they didn't need to? Look, that was a close game up until the fourth quarter. And then at that point, I think LSU lost a little bit of faith in that game in their coaching because of the calls they were told to execute. That's just me, looking.
Yeah,
I can give them that. And that was a good Florida State team. I never expected Florida State to come back and look this good this soon.
Hey, that quarterback Florida State's got, boy, he's something to look out for.
Yeah, Travis. Yeah, he was doing his thing.
So I mean,
Yeah, in the first
I
half,
guess
he
LSU
looked
gonna be
terrible though.
LSU. Yeah, I mean, the LSU quarterback looked terrible. But
Yeah,
I
I
mean,
think.
I,
Go ahead.
no, I mean, I'm just saying, I'm waiting just to see us get through these next 2 games. Like you said, let's use Kent State as another tune-up, and it's going to be a little bit better live fire with BYU, and then we got to put our our war boots on because yeah.
Well, I don't know if we're going to bring the boot home this year, but if this is a big if LSU's quarterback does not improve week 1 to week 2, then Arkansas will own LSU. Also, I think LSU learned a valuable lesson. Did y'all ever see Perkins line up on the outside in that Florida
Nah,
State game?
he was playing
No, you
linebacker.
didn't. Yeah, and was his name called very much in that game? No. That would be like putting my big rear in at safety and then being surprised when I can't cover nobody. Like, they'd be calling me Hudson Clark Jr. back there. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, it's a new Hudson, man. Thankfully, we got a new Hudson, man.
Hey man, he got an INT. I gave him his flowers.
Yeah.
Hey, let me tell you something about Hudson Clark. He got that INT from the safety position, right?
In zone. Yeah, they're playing zone.
Yeah. And
A soft zone,
if they leave him at safety and they just give him jump responsibility, meaning as soon as that ball's in the air, you're a center fielder, go catch that pop fly, right? If they do that, he's straight. Now, that one time that he got caught slipping,
barbecue chicken.
Hey, he almost got it.
look, just because the ball hit him in the back of the head, the sun shines on a dog's rear sometimes, guys. And the sun was shining bright that day for Hudson Hart because that had 6 written all over it.
It did. It
Hey.
did.
Chris brings up a valuable point. Wingo is that guy. Man, he looked like Aaron. Bro, did you not watch that game?
Yeah.
He was killing them. I mean, that dude was living in the backfield. And if we can't block that dude, man,
it's going to be a problem.
It's going to be they're going to have to devote 2 dudes to him.
Well, let me tell you something even scarier. They're already talking in LSU land down, where everything smells like burnt corn dogs. They're already talking like the defensive coordinator has seen the error of his ways, and they're going to move Perkins back to defensive end or a stand-up Russian, basically, which is what he was last year. They're going to move him back to the outside at LSU, and then that's going to be scary. Yeah. So if they do that, if the defensive coordinator is smart enough to do that, I would be real curious to see where they put him. Like what young tackle do they put him on? Because personally, I think Kudus showed me a lot in that Western Carolina game. Now, yes, that's a Division II game or FCS, I think they're called now. That's still Division II. It's still not Division I. But the fact that he was able to hold up when the interior of the line, when 2 guys on the inside couldn't block a 350-pound man for Western Carolina, because Western Carolina's nose was 350 pounds, right? He was a big boy.
Yeah, he was solid, stopping stuff up too.
But whenever the inside was collapsing, you didn't see any pressure coming from the outside at all, because they were coming. They were coming. But them 2, especially Kudus, man, he showed out a little bit. He showed me something. He's a little bit of a dancing bear out there, and I think he's got enough technique and enough athleticism that I think he could lock up Perkins. I think that would be a fun matchup to watch on the field. But I ain't got my hopes up for that LSU game though.
Well, I'll say this just to go while we on this offensive line. While we did see that they did not get a lot of push in the run game, the pass blocking actually was pretty impressive for the most part. I'll give them that. The pass pro looked decent. And we didn't even have
He had
Brady
time.
Latham. We didn't have Brady, and we got to remember that. So when we get
Well,
Brady Latham back, you know,
here's the scary part. We were down one offensive lineman, just one.
mhm.
And that means Brom had to switch to the other side, and we had to plug in. Oh boy, what is his name? He
Which
transferred from Charlotte.
Tykeus Crawford.
That's him.
Hmm.
And they had to put him in at the other guard. Tykeus got owned. Okay, plain and simple. He got owned, and there was a lot of times when it was one on one, just him and the other D tackle. And whenever the ball is snapped on a rundown and your center and two guards are 2 and 3 yards behind the line of scrimmage, stepping on the quarterback, trying to hand the ball off in pistol to a running back, to me, that screams problems.
Yeah,
That tells me that we don't have quality depth on the interior to be able to withstand one offensive lineman being out for one game against a Division II opponent. That's a problem. And that
it
tells
is.
me Kennedy ain't been landing the guys that he should be landing. Now, we've already gone through 2 defensive coordinators because they couldn't recruit. We've already gone through 2 defensive backs coach because they couldn't recruit. My question is, why is Kennedy still there? I understand he was a GA with Pittman at the University of Georgia, and that's Pittman's boy. I get that, but hey, it's time to cut that umbilical cord, Pittman, and because your boy's done had 2 full years of recruiting to address this offensive line, and none of his guys coming in ain't really panning out, except for Kudus except for the tackles. The tackles are
Yeah,
okay, but that
Curtis
interior
Emmanuel.
line, it ain't something wrong. Something is wrong.
I
Hey,
I wonder if it's his
Tonka
coaching
Todd
style.
he want all the smoke.
Hey, I ain't
Tonka
scared to
Todd
blow smoke, baby. I ain't scared of it.
Hey, so
What
so
you
talk,
say,
Got that
Deezy?
wood.
since we got you on the screen right now, talk. Give us your prediction for this Kent State game. What's your score?
We're going to beat the bricks off Kent State, and I would say Arkansas scores 63, and we might give up 10, maybe.
63-10. Tonka Todd is done on paper for 63-10.
I'm writing it down too.
Write it down.
That's
Put that in stone, baby.
that's a
Hey,
receipt.
my
He writing a
prediction for
paper
last
receipt.
game was 56-10, and they had to kick a field goal with that 1 second left. I'm like, dude, you messing up my prediction. I said 56-10.
Man, you know what? I
forgot what
think
I said.
when that dude called timeout with like 2 seconds left in the game, I was like, dude, don't tell me you trying to kick a field goal. How much money did you put on this game, number one? And what was your point spread? You got to call timeout at the end of the game and kick a field goal.
He tried to cover something, man.
Hey, he must got a text from his bookie or something.
I know, right? Hey, we need 3. We need 3.
Deezy, what say
Deezy,
you,
what's-
man?
I'm gonna go even higher because what I saw from that team was disgusting, and I think that most college teams make their biggest jump from week 1 to week 2. So I'm gonna say 73, 10. Yeah,
God
it's gonna be
73-10.
And they
I
gonna
think
be at home.
Jacoby Criswell might throw 2-3 touchdowns the way it's looking. So yeah,
All right.
God, dog.
G, what you
it's
talking
gonna
about?
be bad, man. That team,
Man,
we can get into it later.
I'm gonna say, I think they might score more than 10. I'm just saying. I mean, during some trash time. So I'm gonna go with 63-14.
Okay. We got a lot of high numbers here, man.
Okay, now look here now. One thing to keep in mind about Kent State. Their offensive coordinator was the stir that was the straw that stirred the drink for them last year. And then my man, Coach Prime, said, "No, you gonna come be my offensive coordinator at Colorado." And when he left, he cherry picked all the good guys to come with him to Colorado. That's what happened, right? Okay. And everybody else on the team was like, "Well, I'm out. Peace, I'm out," right? And so they bounced. This is a totally everybody that's on this team right now was not on Kent State last year.
Yeah, they got
So
a
it's
whole. Yeah.
it's a bunch
Yeah.
of busters and a bunch of never was. Okay, that's what's on this team.
I gotta
Do
agree.
you know what a
'cause-
buster is? You know what a buster is? Talking time say a
man.
bunch of busters.
I mean,
Hey, Josh
the team
Greer.
is so depleted. It's nasty.
So
Yeah.
I'm calling 48-9, man. That's gonna be my score. 48-9.
Dang. So they're not gonna score no touchdowns. They're gonna score our field goals?
48-9, no touchdowns.
I can actually see that happening.
Ooh. Oh,
Yeah.
Those boys.
They're gonna keep them
I
out
mean,
the zone?
Yeah, they're not gonna. I don't think they're gonna score a touchdown. 48-9, man.
they have a completely
Wow.
not a single person on their offense play for them last year. Like think about that. They only returning 4 starters on defense, and they still gave up crazy numbers to
300.
UCF.
Yeah.
329 on
What
the
is that,
ground.
300?
Crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Mm.
48-9, man. I think Pittman will feel sorry for him. I don't think he'll run it up.
Well, I don't know now. I don't know now because I think Dan Enos had a sit down with Pittman or something. Because one thing I noticed different in this first game than I saw from any other game last year under that guy Kendall Browse that I can't stand. And by the way, who was that Prime beat? Oh, that was Kendall Browse on offense, baby. Anyway, but I think he told him, "Hey man, look, we're going to have to start getting some attention from some recruits, and we're going to have to show that we're here to slam the door in your face over and over and over and over again. We're going to put the car in drive over your dog, put it in reverse, back over your dog, put it in drive over your dog, repeat process." And because that's what happened last year at this time, would there have been a passing call, a passing play called that late in the game? No. And that's how Dozer showed out and got that touchdown pass.
Right.
So that right there shows me there has been a philosophy and a fundamental shift in how Coach Pittman is going to handle games. Because remember, he said the one thing he learned from last year as being a head coach was not everybody's going to like me. And I think that's going to translate onto the field.
Hey, I don't want you to like me. You know what I'm saying? I ain't here to make friends. That's one thing I ain't no worried about. I don't care if you like me or not.
That's right.
I ain't looking for no new partners.
I think the only time you're going to see Arkansas pump the brakes is when they're slapping that car in reverse to back over that dog one more again. And
hey,
so
man, y'all remember when we was growing up? You remember that one dude that you seen fight somebody and he just really whooped him? What did it make you think? Man, I ain't never finna mess with that dude. I don't want to mess with him, but he don't know when to stop. That's the same. I want all of them to have that same feeling. You know what I'm saying? I'll never forget the dude that clacked my teeth together in the 8th grade. You know what I'm saying? If you ain't never had your teeth clacked together, hey, come holler at me and show you what that feel like.
Jake
Johnson liquid died for a week.
Jake Johnson said that was the most points we've ever scored under Pittman.
Exactly.
Well,
because he was always trying to be like, hey man, run it up the middle, run it, man. Hey, put the wind under the ball. We finna score another touchdown.
Hey, so we'll see, man. We'll see. I was finna say something else, but I forgot what I was gonna say.
How handsome I look? Was that it?
Talking time. My God, man.
So after watching the Hogs against WCU, y'all, you still on 11-1?
Bro, you almost said something crazy.
DZ, you still on 9-3? I just want to
still on
reiterate
11 and
these.
1.
I just want to
Hey, man.
reiterate these 9-3. Tunker,
Hey,
I think
man.
you was on the 9-3
I'm 11.
bandwagon too.
I'm 11 and 1 until we lose 2.
Get
what
ready.
you mean? Hey, I'm 11 and 1 until we win 2. If we lose a game, I'll be like, hey, we about to go 10 and 0. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is with me, bro. I told you that. I'm standing on it until I can't stand on it. They're gonna have to knock it out from under me.
Man,
11 and 1.
I hope we go 11 and 1. So I can never hear you. I can never stop hearing your mouth again. And I welcome that if they do go 11 and 1. Because I know I'll never ever not hear this again, man. But
hey, remember what I said? LSU, Texas A&M, and Bama, only teams that scare me. I think we're gonna fix this run game, and we gonna get it popping. Our defense is gonna carry us a lot more than we think we are.
Hey, but check this out though, Deezy. I'm just gonna, Deezy said if we go 11 and 1, what was he gonna do?
Well, it's too late. He already cut it off.
Not exactly, because he knew it was coming. He knew it was coming. Deezy said, hey, mark the tape, bro. Deezy said, gee, if we go 11 and 1, I'm gonna cut my dreads off on air. Hey man, he couldn't make it to be on the show, but he got them just cut off 11 and 1.
Bruh.
Well,
Okay.
I will say this. In this crazy 4-game road schedule we're going, I know for a fact Arkansas will win 2 of those games. Those 2 games that I'm confident in the Hogs is Texas A&M and Ole Miss. Watch what I say.
Drag them.
And for the Texas A&M Aggie Colt member we got in the chat, write it down.
Man.
Hogs is coming, baby.
He was in here
Hogs is
early.
coming.
He was in here early.
Yeah, he said something slick early.
Yeah. He must
Pittman's got some beef with your offensive coordinator, and he's got a defensive coordinator now that knows how to smack him around. So it's on, baby.
Hey man, it's all good.
Man.
Man, they hilarious for saying I look like Desi Seals.
Desi Seals. Desi Seals. That dude is trash.
But I mean, yeah, I'm standing on my 9 wins. I think we're gonna get it together. I think we're gonna look a lot better coming forward. KJ looking real good. I mean, come on now, you can't sack him. He finally hitting receivers in a place to where they can keep running with the ball. I think we're gonna be okay. And I'm gonna say this too. I think Rocket being injured right now is gonna be the best thing for us. Like I think it's gonna get Dominique, AJ, and Davinian a little more time and room to truly grow. And then even the young guy, Isaiah Augustov, he looked so good. I mean, did y'all see him carrying 3-4 people on his back for 3-4 extra yards? I'm like, we're gonna be okay. I think it's perfect. And then we get Antonio Greer back this week. Poopaw gonna miss the first half, which is actually good because he had a secret injury that he was battling with, so they'll give him more time to heal. I think everything gonna work out for us.
I do too.
Did you?
I do too. He's standing on 11-3.
Okay.
I mean, 9-3.
The main thing to take away
I can't get 11 out of my mind.
The main thing to take away from this game, everything that we were like, oh, what's going on there? Every bit of that is fixable, 100%. And we're fixing to find out what kind of O-line coach we have next week against Kent State, and then he's going to have to continue to prove himself that he should be our O-line coach. Otherwise, I personally think this is going to be Kennedy's last year with us, and I think next year O-line coach is the last position that really needs to be upgraded for Arkansas to be a real contender in the West.
Yeah. I think we on our way to being a contender. I don't think it'll be happening this year. I'm just gonna be honest. But one thing I want to bring up that I noticed Pittman said in the press conference, Gums. They asked him, is he gonna be playing? Did you guys watch that press conference and hear what he said? So
yeah,
it sounds like he don't know the offense. That's the reason why he ain't playing. So he did come in a little late. But with all the hype they had around Gums, I was even hype about Gums. You can't learn the playbook and get in there and get in the game. So I'm kind of disappointed in that, to be honest with you. What you guys
Well,
think?
Hey man, that's IQ. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes, your athletic abilities outshine your book smarts. And you know what I'm saying? Maybe that was, that may have been some of the reasons why he transferred too. We don't know the reasons. So
well,
hopefully he can get a tutor. You know what I'm saying? Help him learn that playbook.
well. To kind of put everything in perspective, when you transfer from one team to another, it's different terminology, different philosophy, different everything. Okay, so it'd be like little brother here being on a team where everybody spoke Greek, and then he transfers to another team and they speak in Mandarin. Some people, it takes them a little bit of time to pick it up. I got faith in his ability, but like what Big Sexy said, we got to see, does he have a football IQ that he could pick this up? Because it ain't
That's
from
what
what
I'm
I've
talking
seen,
about.
it ain't like Dan Enos's offense is that hard to grasp.
Bro,
Yeah.
all colleges pretty much run the same plays. There ain't but so many plays that a person can come up with. They just call them something different. So it's just learning that. That's all you're learning. You're learning what they call the slant, what they call the 10-yard, cut across the middle. What they call, that's all it is. I know that sounds, elementary, but maybe it's more complicated to some people. But if you getting in there and you studying that playbook instead of doing other things, then what we talking about here?
Yeah, I watched the interview with
If
Gums. It wasn't impressive. I mean, you can tell just by how somebody communicates, kind of what level they on sometimes. And Gums he kind of seemed lost in the one interview that he got with the Razorbacks. It was just he was one of those type guys, and it kind of let me know.
The
But I'm gonna say this: that Luke Haas looks so good. Luke Haas, he looks so good. I really don't even care about Gums no more, to be honest.
Yeah,
But
look,
has only got one catch. He got one catch. The tight ends
But
really didn't get no
on one
love.
target.
One
Yeah.
catch on one target, but his blocking was good.
Yeah.
I was just finna say that the dude could block. The dude could block. So, and we already talked about Gums wasn't no catcher anyway. They say
No,
they
he
they
No,
didn't bring him up.
he can catch the ball. You talking about Gums?
Was that
You talking about
Gum-
the other tight
oh
end
yeah, the other one from
from
I always
Louisville?
is he from Louisville?
Yeah. I can't remember
I
his name.
forget his name.
Yeah.
Not Nathan
But
Backs.
anyway, yeah, he's the one.
It's the other one.
yeah,
But yeah,
he's
so we
more of
gonna
a
see.
blocking tight end. Yeah. But well, guys, I'm going to bounce so somebody else can jump in. Love you, fam.
Man, we
I'm out.
appreciate it. All right, Tonka Todd, man. Always showing us some love, man. It's always a pleasure to talk to the Tonka Todd, man.
Yeah, man, absolutely. Hold on, I gotta fix my overlay here.
What we got going on here?
Hey man, little overlays, man. Gotta keep it funky fresh for y'all, man. Hey, do me a favor, fellas. We got like 50 some people in here. We only got 25 likes, 26 likes. Help your boys out, man. Hit the like for us at least. And if you want to support the Woo Pig podcast, there's 3 ways that you can support us right there. So hey, just want to put that up there for a good little hot second. We got new little overlays to show that off without us sitting here with a whole commercial. So
I like this.
yeah. So
yeah, man, it make DZ hairline look crispy. That's so crispy.
Yeah.
Y'all wouldn't believe what I had to go through today to get it, man. But the video dropping tomorrow. I'm gonna drop it on the Woo Pig page, and I'm gonna let y'all see the whole process, man. The power literally went
That's
out
what's
in
up.
the middle. Like, I can't explain it to y'all. It was crazy. It was like, I don't know. It was wild.
That's what's up, bro. I want to see
man.
it. What you about to say, OD?
I gotta put that comment up here. What's that boy said? Shamar Easter. Where is Shamar Easter? Who was?
He
Diesel.
another tight end. He was the young tight end that we got. So I think we got Shamar Easter and Luke Haas this year, but Luke Haas came earlier than Shamar did. So Shamar, he like probably 5th on the depth chart at this point.
Oh, we didn't even talk about him.
Nah, we didn't. He must be like so down on the depth chart because we had 5 tight ends up last week, so he must be number 6. So he gonna have to get red shirted. So he wasn't even on the depth chart that they released. So he definitely.
I was at the game, and he just need to put some weight on because Pittman, he real big on. If you don't even look like a SEC player, you for sure not getting in the game.
Yeah. Man, anything else you guys want to talk about? Jake, where do you? So when you, I never look at it from your point of view, but if you don't look at it in full screen, if you're on a phone or whatever, there should be a like button somewhere. But yeah, I'm not 100% sure, to be honest with you.
Press that share button as well.
Yeah,
share
absolutely.
Well, I mean, if you're watching it on your phone, you have to touch the screen and let the bottom come up and the likes and stuff come up as you're watching it. If you're watching it on your phone, if you're watching it on the computer, it's just right there. But on your phone, you have to touch the screen on YouTube, and then it'll come up and you can like it at the bottom. But it disappears, so it's just not on the screen all the time.
Sherman Francis. Is that his name?
Francis. That's the dude from Louisville.
Yeah.
Josh says Shamar was the highest rated player out of Arkansas last year. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, so he might get some touches next year, but he's gonna be red shirted this year.
Yeah,
for sure.
He better get red shirted.
I hope we get that red shirt Isaiah Augustave too, because I think one more year, if we can, the way I look at a red shirt is this: not only do they get to get that size and that weight, but they get that time. And I would love to have a back that I could look for another 3 years at least.
Yeah,
man, our running back room is gonna be so. We just got the young fella from St. Louis. We ain't talk about him, but he committed to Arkansas. Then we got the other commit that we had from is it Benton? We talked about him. He's a running back. And we still got AJ DeBinion, Isaiah. Bro, Rocky gotta leave next year. They're gonna be like, bro, we ain't got no room for you. You gotta go to the pros, right? Man. You gotta go to the pros. So we gotta whoever the running back coach is, man, he's recruiting his butt off, man.
Jimmy Smith. I think he is pound for pound our best coach that nobody talks about.
Yeah.
By far.
But he is recruiting like crazy, bro. And he deserves a better coaching spot if he recruiting that heavy at the running back position. Because, man, we got some dogs, and we got more dogs showing up in the running back position. So
that's a good problem to have.
It is a good problem to have, man. We're going to be like Bama here in a minute.
Hey, you want to be 3 deep at least in every position. Bama was 3 deep. When they was on they just tears, a few years ago, they was 3 deep at every position, including quarterback. They didn't fall off none.
He says, Tonka says Shamar is ahead of Gums. He's from Little Rock High School, was used more like a tall slot than a traditional tight end. Okay. He wasn't even on the depth chart that got released last week. He was nowhere to be found on that depth chart. So I didn't see him. I don't even think we covered him at all.
Hey, shout out our new tight end coach though. He brought in some boys and he got Luke Haas already super fast.
Yeah, Rocket should rest up until LSU. Nah, he need to come back for BYU. At least BYU. He need to come back.
Yeah, so he ain't rusty.
Yeah, we don't want to throw him.
But I would much rather him be healthy. You know what I'm saying? Because as they're saying, it's just some knee swelling and soreness. That's what they're saying. And got hit in the knee, but them boys was hitting low. You know what I'm talking about? And so he took a shot.
I just, and like you said, the boys was hitting low, but the problem is, the more I rewatched the game, I was so disappointed because I was there at the game. So Rocket truly disappointed me a lot. But I realized one, it was because not only did he not hit the hole, but Rocket runs so up high. Like, why does he not drop his shoulders sometimes and use his bottom half? Like, I don't know. I don't understand what Rocket's doing, or maybe he was just hurt, and I don't know. But I was truly disappointed.
Yeah, I
I've
mean,
been
it's like while he in the hole, he runs like I mean, his body position is like a sprinter. You know what I'm saying? It's not really the pads really never get below shoulder height. You know what I'm saying? You got to get those shoulder pads down close to your belly, that belly height. You know what I'm saying? And then come up out of them. But I don't know. Like you said, he runs up. He does run. To me, he has that sprinter type of. Even in the hole, he's running kind of vertical. But that's just. I mean, maybe that's just his style. You know what I'm saying? Maybe you can't teach that. You can't teach a man to drop them shoulder pads down and push through them like that.
Man, I've been saying it since last year. He run way too high. I was saying it last year, even when he had 1,400 yards. I'm like, man, he run way too high, and he be pity patting out there when just hit the hole, bro. Stop all that pity patting, bro. He get on my nerves with that. And I know he gave a little explanation why he does what he do, but on the next level, you can't pity pat in the hole. You got to hit the hole. I'm a Bears fan. I'm gonna put that out there. We drafted Cedric Benson. Cedric Benson used to try to pity pat when he get to the hole. Bro was trash. He got thrashed every week in the NFL. He terrible. And if Rocket think he gonna go to the NFL and do that, bruh, he gonna get cut quick. He gotta learn how to hit the hole, man. Gotta learn how to hit the
AOD.
hole. Yeah.
Hey, yo, man. Y'all about to hit some gunshots over there in KC. They about to lose.
I don't care. I'm a Bears fan. I care less if they lose. So hey.
Hey, OD used to live close to the stadium. You could hear them screaming if you go outside.
Man.
But I think you don't live close no more, do you?
Nah, I don't live nowhere over there.
You live you live the opposite direction. He used to live close. They lose in this game. That's crazy.
Man. They terrible.
I'm so glad. I'm so glad football season here, man. I don't know what to do.
Well,
yeah, I watched
like
the
a
pizza
puppy
that
with two
game
feet.
in the barbershop. Yeah. Hey, the Lions, man, look, they doing their thing. I'm really impressed.
Man, I mean, Jared Goff kind of surprised me, man.
Hey, man, I'm a Bears fan. Don't nobody care about no Lions. Key yourself.
Hey, Jahmyr Gibbs might be the truth. They're running back from Alabama that the Lions got looking real good.
Yeah, that boy fast, man. I saw that boy. I'm like, boy, that dude fast. But it ain't gonna matter. The Lions always gonna be the Lions. So I ain't worried about them. So, hey, Josh, he right here. He right here, close to the town. I know he a Chiefs fan.
Who, Josh?
Yeah, he just said I'm 100 miles from KC.
Oh yeah.
But man, I ain't gonna hold y'all. It's been good being back. We got something special lined up. We gonna release that on Monday. I think we may go live with it, depending on how our special guest feels about it. We may go live, but if we do go live, I will let y'all know by Friday, which is tomorrow, if we gonna go live with it. So we shall see. But we got a special guest coming. If you don't want to go live, then you'll see it on Monday. But we definitely gonna be in here for a post game this Saturday, 9:00. So be ready. We're gonna come in here and we're gonna talk about these hogs and what we see. It'll be fresh this time. It ain't gonna be delayed. So we can
talk about it. We coming. Hey, everybody off Saturday night.
Yeah.
Easy off that ship.
Finally, man. Hey, no more haircuts. I'm good.
I know, right? Saturday night, y'all mark it down, man. We going live at 9:00. We're gonna talk about these Razorbacks. We're gonna drink us a beer or something. Hey, man, It's going down.
Yes,
Oh,
sir.
and while I'm talking about it, man, let me give a couple of shout outs to some people, man, that be watching our stuff. Man, let's give a shout out to Mama and Papa Gully. They was on my dome, man, the other night talking about where our content there. Well, here we go. Shout out to Uncle Clee, Chanky, Los, the paper player, all my dogs. Hey man, we appreciate y'all. Shout out to my boys up on the hill, Q4, DJ Sparky, Biz, everybody in the town, man. I'm coming on the hill, the BYU. Y'all be ready. You know how we do it. So, man, I appreciate all the love, family. Tell everybody to like and subscribe to Woo Pig. We doing it, baby.
Absolutely.
Daisy, what you got to say? Run it down, baby.
Hey, Woo Pig fam, y'all know we missed y'all, man. And I know y'all probably missed us. We appreciate the support, the love, everything. Make sure y'all like, subscribe. Hey, press that share button. You know, go ahead. Stop what you're doing right now. Press it right now. Share us on Instagram. He just had our all our different discourse and everything up on the screen. So, yeah, definitely check us out, man. Share us. Shout out to all my boys at the barbershop, man. You know, they was just tuned in, pressing the subscribe button for me. So that was love. Getting your hair cut while you watching the podcast, that was a beautiful thing. So keep supporting us, man. We love y'all.
Appreciate you.
And with that being said, G, you got anything you want to say to him?
Yo, y'all know what it is. I said what I said, and we out. Oh!